like a river attendeth my way. When sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul.
Hi, this is Beau, Pastor Beau, and I'm here to share with you some information and some inspiration, I hope, that I want you not only to think about, but pass it on. Whenever you have a chance, make sure that this message gets out to others, and you'll see why in a little bit. I want to start by reading you a couple of scriptures. First one from Matthew 7:15. Watch out for false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ferocious wolves. The other one is from Matthew 10:16. I'm sending you out like sheep among wolves. Therefore, be shrewd as serpents, innocent as doves. We think about the concept of Christianity as it's portrayed in the public media. And oftentimes we're portrayed as possibly maybe ignorant and weak, or we tend to be humiliated, or they try to humiliate us. But in reality, when you look at biblical concepts and who we're called to be, we're actually called to be innocent, not at all ignorant. We're called to be meek, but certainly not weak. We're called to be humble, not humiliated. And our lifestyle should be one that's simple, but in no way does that convey into stupidity. And I want to convey that, I want to share that with you today, because I want to inform you about something that I work with every day that has me very concerned. Every day I take calls, I talk to people, and I try to work them through some things that they're going through. And many of the people that I try to help out are elderly, or they're people who maybe are in need and feeling a little desperate. So let me share some information that's going to help us as a community, and not just as a community, but anyone who you share this with, I think will be blessed. And let me tell you why. Because what's going on in the state and in the United States is that people are being robbed. People are having their possessions taken from them, and they're actually doing it voluntarily, innocently, not knowing what all this entails. I'm going to give you some examples. Let's just say that you got a call and they said you want a car, you want a brand new car, or somebody calls and tells you you've just won lots of money, something like that. And they tell you, in fact, we're right around the corner and we're ready to deliver your car. We're ready to give you your money. All you have to do is go out and buy a gift card. And when you buy that gift card, give us the number, and that'll pay for the taxes, or that'll pay for the shipping, or that'll pay for something. It's a scam. Don't do it. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to take money from you, and they have nothing for you. It's people who have no scruples, no morals, and are just trying to take your money. And a lot of people fall for that because they're hopeful. Maybe this is me. Maybe this is my chance. Maybe I have one. Publishers Clearinghouse, they try to use them all the time, and you don't want to fall for that. They might offer you a job. They're going to tell you, here, we're going to give you a job, and this job that we're going to give you is going to be work from home. We're going to pay you an astronomical amount per hour. And what they're trying to do is get you to give them their bank account information, give them your personal information, all the data they can get, and all of a sudden, guess what? Once you give them your bank account information, your money's going to be gone. They're going to send you a check. They're going to send you a check for $5,000. You buy a computer, you buy this, you buy that, and then whatever's left over, you just send it back to us. Well, by the time you buy those things and send money back to them, the check hasn't cleared, you've lost your money, and there's nothing there. The other scam that worries me a lot is scams with grandparents. You get a call, and they say, Grandma, Grandpa, this is Joe, or this is Mary. And their voice sounds a little odd, but you're worried. And they say, I'm in jail. Something happened in Mexico. I took a trip, and they won't let me out. Please don't call Mom or Dad, but I need $5,000 to get out of jail. And don't call them, please, because then they're going to be worried, or they're going to call you and they're going to tell you your grandson has been in an accident. The judge has orders not to leak this information out, but we can forgive the accident if he'll just pay $1,000, $10,000. One of the saddest stories I know of is a grandmother and a grandfather who had that call, and who were so concerned about their grandson, but they were told, don't tell anyone. The lady went, got out all her savings. She brought it home, and they actually had a man come pick up the money. And then, when it was all over, she called, and her grandson was home all the time. Never had anything, but she lost everything, and there's no way to get that back. The IRS. People claim to be the Internal Revenue Service, and they're going to say, your Social Security number has been stolen. Give it to us to confirm. Don't give it, don't confirm, don't do anything like that, because the moment you give your Social Security, your identity is going to be stolen. The IRS says, you owe some money and you have to send it right now, or we're going to send the police to arrest you. No, they're not. The IRS does not work like that. Somebody's trying to take your goods. You got a ticket. Your Social Security number was used for illegal purposes. All kinds of things that they're going to try to tell you. Don't believe it. Just say no. In fact, whenever you answer the phone, if someone calls and says, hi, is this Beau Garcia? Don't say yes. Whenever you answer the phone, always say, who is this? And what is this in reference to? I'll tell you why. Because if they say Beau Garcia and you say yes, guess what? You've just said yes in your name, and you've probably just purchased something without even knowing it. So always be very careful. Now, another and one of the last things I want to tell you about is your email. You're going to get an email that says your PayPal account was compromised, your bank account was compromised, your credit card was compromised. Please click here to verify these charges. Don't click here, because you're going to click to a false site that's going to look like your bank. It's going to look like your PayPal. It's going to look like something that you've got. And the moment you type in your information, your PIN number, all that stuff, guess what? You just gave it to the crooks, and they're going to wipe out your account. Be very careful. We as Christians are called to be careful, to be good stewards. And we've got great things to do with our resources. Help other people, take care of our families, support our church. There's so many things that can be done. We don't need to be giving it away to people who are just trying to steal that money. And this is a little odd, but as many people get older, they think that they'd like to get out and meet people. If you get any kind of information about meeting somebody, a dating site, any of those things, sometimes people are embarrassed to say it. But if you go on one of those places and you get befriended by someone who you can't see, who you can't meet, who for many reasons can't in person talk to you, be careful. Because the next thing that's going to happen is they're going to need money to pay for their phone bill. They're going to need money to pay for their travel to see you. They're going to need money for this, money for that. And again, it's a scam trying to take it from you. The first thing you want to do, if anything like this happens, is A, block the number, block the email. Don't talk to them. Don't call them back. If you call them back, they'll tell other scammers, oh, this is a good number. They called back, and you'll get more calls. Block all the information and don't call them back, because if you get them mad, believe it or not, they have the technology to bombard your phone and knock it offline. If it's happened to you, if something like that has transpired, I want you to call somebody and talk to them, someone you trust, and let them help you. Because you don't have to be embarrassed about it. It's happening thousands of times, and millions and billions of dollars are being lost in the United States to people like this. Let's live in community. Let's support one another. Let's encourage one another. Let's instruct one another so that this doesn't happen to us. So that as people of God, we're good stewards, we're faithful. Okay, but how? Just like I told you. Let other people know, share the information, and let them be good stewards like we all try to be. Remember, we are out like sheep, and there are wolves. Yes, we're going to be shrewd as serpents and innocent as doves. Thank you for listening. God bless you.
Thanks, Beau, for protecting your flock, man. Just like to keep singing this. I mean, thanks to a God that watches over us and protects us. Though Satan should buffet, though trials should come, let this blessed assurance control, that Christ has regarded my helpless estate and has shed His own blood for my soul. I invite you again to sing with me.